Hello students, good morning. Hello everybody. Welcome back to my class. This is Pradeep sir with another session of similar triangles from class 10 mathematics. Presently we are going through the topic Pythagoras theorem. We have solved the theorem means we have proved the theorem, and based on the theorem few sums were also solved. Today I am going to solve few more problems, little bit standard type, uh, and hope you will understand the topic and the concept will become much clear. So here is the first question. Two poles of height 6 meter and 11 meter uh, are standing on the ground. If the distance between their bases is 12 meter, then find the distance between their tops. So two poles, this is the ground level, this is the taller pole whose height is 11 meter, and this is the shorter one whose height is 6 meter. Suppose AB is the shorter pole and CD is the taller pole. The distance between the base of the two poles, that is BD, is given 12 meter. We have to find the distance between their tops, that is AC. So for that I am drawing one line parallel to the base. Suppose this point is E. Now the poles are perpendicular on the ground, that means they are parallel to each other, and AE is parallel to BD. Therefore ABDE is a parallelogram whose included angles are right angles. Therefore ABDE is a rectangle. Now since BD is equals to 12 meter, so AE is also 12 meter, because in a rectangle the opposite sides are equal. AB is 6 meter, therefore we can say that ED is also 6 meter. So CE will be 11 minus 6, that is 5 meter. So we have got AE as 12 meter and C as 5 meter, and triangle AEC is a right triangle. So in right triangle AEC we can apply the Pythagoras theorem, that is AC square is equals to AE square plus CE square, that means 12 square plus 5 square. So 144 plus 25, 169. Therefore we can say AC is equals to root over 169, 13 meter. Since AC is the side of a triangle, it cannot be negative, so only the positive value has been taken, 30 meter. Therefore distance between their tops equals to 13 meter. This is the answer. Hope it is very easy. I think you have found it very easy and you have understood the problem, the process. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. The next question says, here's the next question. The question says, an aeroplane leaves an airport and flies due north at a speed of 1000 km per hour. At the same time, another plane leaves the same airport and flies due west at a speed of 1200 km per hour. How far apart will the two planes be after 1.5 hours? So the first plane is flying towards north with a speed of 1000 km per hour, and the second plane is flying towards west with a speed of 1200 km per hour. They are starting from the same point O and they are starting at the same time. We have to find what will be their distance after 1.5 hours. So first of all, we have to calculate the distance covered by the first plane in 1.5 hours. Suppose in 1.5 hours the first plane reaches the place A or the point A, and in 1.5 hours the second plane reaches the point B. So first of all, we have to find the distance OA and OB. We know the formula, distance equals to speed into time. So OA means here we have to apply the formula distance equal to speed into time. Speed is 1000 km per hour and time is given 1.5 hours. So it is 1500 km. And OB speed is 1200 km per hour and time is 1.5. So total 1200 into 1.5 km is 1800 km. We have to find AB. Now as you can see from the figure, the triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. The distances, the directions are perpendicular to each other. So angle AOB is 90 degree. So therefore in right triangle AOB, AB, that is the hypotenuse square, AB square equals to OA square plus OB square. Here Pythagoras theorem is used. Okay, so AB square equals to OA square plus OB square. OA is known 1500 km, so OA square is 1500 square. OB square is 1800 square. So 1500 square is 225, then 4 zeros, plus 1800 square, 18 square is 324, then 4 zeros. Okay. So if they are added, 549, then 4 zeros. So this is AB square, therefore AB is equals to root over 5490000 equals to, so 549, if it is factorized, so you will get 3 into 3 into 61, sorry, and there are 4 zeros, so it can be written as 100 into 100. Okay, got it? Therefore 3 will come out, 100 will come out, so it will be 300 root 61. Therefore distance equals to 300 root 61 kilometer. Distance between the two planes after 1.5 hours is 300 root 61 kilometer. 61 is a prime number, and in class 8 you have learned how to find the square root of any number. So you have to find the value of root over 61 and then multiply with 100, you will get the answer in decimals. Understood? Okay, so here also it is a simple case of Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem has been used to find the distance between the two planes. Okay, hope you have understood the sum. Very good. Let us move to the next question. Next question. Prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. ABCD is a rhombus where AC and BD are the diagonals. ABCD is a rhombus in which diagonals AC and BD intersect each other at O. intersect each other at O. What we have to prove? To prove the sum of the squares of the sides, sum of the squares of all the sides, that is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to sum of the squares of its diagonal. Sum of the squares of its diagonals are AC and BD, so AC square plus BD square. Okay, this is the thing we have to prove. Now we know the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at right angles. So here we can write diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at right angles. Therefore, we can say that OA is equals to OC and OB is equals to OD, and all the angles here will be 90 degree. That is angle AOB, angle BOC, angle COD, angle AOD, all will be right angles. So here OA is equals to OC is equals to half of AC, and OB is equals to OD is equals to half of BD. Okay, so let me start with this right triangle. Angle AOB is also a right angle. So I am going to use the Pythagoras theorem here, because triangle AOB is a right triangle. So let me erase the whole thing. So in right triangle AOB, AB square is equals to OA square plus OB square. AB square equals to OA square plus OB square, because these are right angle triangle. So here Pythagoras theorem is used. Pythagoras theorem equals to, now in place of OA I can write half of AC, so half AC whole square, and in place of OB I can use half BD whole square. So this will be 1/4 AC square, that is AC square by 4, and this will be BD square by 4. By LCM it will be AC square plus BD square. AB square is equals to, so here AB square is equal to AC square plus BD square upon 4. Now by cross multiplication this will be 4AB square is equals to AC square plus BD square. Now 4AB square can also be written as AB square plus AB square plus AB square plus AB square. All these 4AB square are written separately, equals to AC square plus BD square. We know the sides of rhombus are equal, all the four sides are equal. So in place of AB I am keeping it AB as it is, but here AB can be written as BC. So AB square is written as BC square. Here AB can also be written as DC. So this AB square can also be written as CD square, and this AB square can also be written as AD square. As all the four sides of rhombus are equal, so AB square has been changed into AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square, and that is equals to AC square plus BD square, and that is the thing we have to prove. Okay, understood? So it is also very easy one. Hope you have understood it well. So these sums are very important in terms of examination. You can expect this type of sum in the board exam also. Okay. So one more sum I'm going to do. This another important question. The perpendicular from A on BC of triangle ABC intersect BC at D such that BD is equals to 3CD. This is triangle ABC. From a perpendicular is drawn on BC. AD is the perpendicular on BC such that this BD is equals to thrice CD, 3CD. What we have to prove? To prove 2AB square, twice AB square is equals to 2AC square plus BC square. Okay. So here we are having two right triangles. As you can see, AD is the perpendicular. Therefore, ADB is a right triangle. Similarly, ADC is also a right triangle. I am starting with the left hand side, AB square. In right triangle ADB, ADB is a right triangle. So AB square is equals to AD square plus DB square. This is Pythagoras theorem. Now, as you can see in the question, AD is nowhere, neither in the LHS nor in the RHS. So, I have to change this AD. So, AD square can also be written as AC square plus CD, minus CD square. So, here in place of AD, it is AC square minus CD square. Here also Pythagoras theorem is used, where AD square plus CD square equal to AC square. Therefore, AD square is equals to AC square minus CD square plus DB. DB is written as, will be written as 3CD. So in place of DB, I am writing 3CD and square also. So here AC square minus CD square plus 9CD square. AB square equals to AC square minus CD square plus 9CD square, which implies AB square is equals to AC square minus plus this is 8CD square. Okay. Now let us find out the relation between CD and BC. Here, as you can see from the diagram, CD plus DB is equals to BC. As it is clear from the diagram, CD plus DB is equals to BC. CD plus DB is equals to 3CD. 4CD is equals to BC. So CD is equals to BC upon 4. So this is the relation between CD and BC. Okay. So here in place of CD, I can put BC by 4. So AB square is equals to AC square plus 8 BC by 4 whole square. So AB square is equals to AC square plus 8 BC square by 16. Now these 8 and 16 are cancelled. So we get AB square is equals to AC square plus BC square upon 2. BC square upon 2. Okay. Now the whole equation is multiplied with 2. So what we will get? If the whole equation is multiplied with 2, then we will get 2AB square is equals to 2AC square plus BC square. and this is what we have to prove. Okay, ab square plus 2ab square equals to 2ac square plus bc square. So question is also proved. So hope you have understood the sum. This was also not so hard, but here we have to use the concept of Pythagoras theorem as well as the properties of right triangle. So that's all for today. Hope you have understood the session very well and hope everything is clear to you now. I shall return with the next session with some more sums, some typical sums, some standard sums, a little bit difficult than this one. There, after doing all those sums, your concept about this topic will be much more clear, and it is my advice to go through all the sums which are done today and try to solve few more sums of the same type from sample books, sample papers and other books or from previous exam papers. So it will give you much high confidence and you will be able to do any sum after that. Okay, so let us conclude the class today. See you in the next class. Goodbye and have a nice day.